There again, the secretary wouldn't even give you an application. They would not even give you an application. They would tell you that it was full, you know. So I went to see the man who was in charge. I can't recall his name at the present time, but it will come back to me before I finish the interview. And I went to see him. And I think it's because Robert Kennedy was shot the night before. He hadn't died. He did not die. And they were waiting for him for the outcome, whether he would live or die. And he may have died early that morning. And I don't know whether he was speaking openly out of whether his heart was taken over, because when we talked and he asked me why was I there, and I told him. And I can remember very well. He told me, he said, the lady who preceded me for an interview was white, and she was in there a long time, and I could hear her voice rising. She was quite upset. And before she left, I could hear him telling her, well, I wish you luck. So now it's my turn. And I'm applying. She wanted her son to go to another school out of Leeds over to the Northeast. And I was trying to get my daughter to get into Leeds. Mm-hmm. And he told me, and as I said, he spoke from his heart, and he said, he told me, he said, now this lady, she wants her son out of Leeds, and you're trying to put your daughter into Leeds. And she wants her daughter out of Leeds just because it's turning colored. And she's afraid for his safety. And I could hear her telling her closing words to him were, if I had $17,000, I would move today or tomorrow. And that's when he replied, I wish you luck. Okay, so then as he talked to me, he told me, he said, as I told her, there is no room. He said, we accept it. Because I was not in the Leeds neighborhood at that time. He said how many children that they accepted from out of the neighborhood. But my daughter was 2 names too late. They could not possibly accept any more children. But he's told me, he says, I'm going to open up all these schools. He says, I'm going to open up all of these schools so the children can go where they wish. And he did. He did. He opened up about a year later. He certainly opened up those schools.